Welcome back to this men's fragrance channel. Today I'm talking about absolutely perfect fragrances for men. What I mean by perfection, without fault. Something that couldn't be better, that is already complete. These all project amazingly. The scent profile is super good and also they last a really long amount of time. First up is a fragrance that walks on the line of being really unique, but also super likable and crowd pleasing. It's a hard line to walk on, and this fragrance does it with absolute perfection, and it is Cashmere from Almond Jane. This scent my husband wore the other day, and he told me I got complimented on this outdoors by a guy. He was like, what fragrance are you wearing? So this is a fragrance that is super likable, and it's a fragrance that is really rich with cardamom, very woody with a loads of patchouli as well. It's also slightly vanillic but spicy. Overall, when you look at the notes, you think this is going to be like a sweet vanillic fragrance. It's absolutely not, so don't be scared with the notes. Overall, this fragrance gives me the feeling that I want to hug you. This is such a just comforting and huggable fragrance. It's got cashmere in here. It's also got a bit of iris, loads of musks. It's like this woody, herbal, super spicy, like coriander, cardamom fragrance. It's so nuanced. It really is super captivating. The notes like cannot be perfected more. And that is the ring. It's long lasting, it gives you a nice cloud of fragrance around you, and truly this is an unforgettable scent. Next, absolutely perfect fragrance, it is Acqua di Gio Profondo. This fragrance to me is perfection because not only is it strong and it lasts a long time, which is perfect for a freshie, and it's hard to find for a freshie in general. This scent, it is marine-like, it's slightly salty, it's got bergamot, it's just woody, it's got an amazing patchouli fragrance that smells just earthy and like you are swimming and you're smelling the sea breeze, and it's like this deep sea, this dark sea that you're seeing as well. It's not only like, you know, the summer turquoise sea, it's the depths of the sea, and this smells like it. I often say this smells like a sea god. It's to me a perfect representation of like masculinity. This fragrance just comes across brave, confident, masculine. It's just great. I absolutely love it. Next perfect fragrance for men is a niche one, and this one I must say, when I smell this takes me to a tropical location. It smells so natural, so crisp and refreshing. This is how I want like a clean guy to smell like, but a bit of a twist. This is not a boring fragrance, and it is Isola Blue from Roja. The bottle itself is also perfection. When I say the atomizer is absolute perfection, and the scent itself, it is juicy green lime, just grass, bit of lavender, crisp apple, slightly that coconutty tropical feel as well, and you've got oak moss, pepper in here. It's just full of like the best masculine notes. I can smell a bit of vetiver in here. It's just this classy, crisp, fresh fragrance. It truly smells like a gentleman's cologne on holiday, something that is just so high quality, smells like your surroundings, but better because it's in a high fragrance form. It smells super serene, and I would just enjoy being by the guy that smells like this. This is truly like an experience. You just sit next to this guy and you're like, oh my gosh, you get this like whiffs of the perfect Mediterranean sea breeze and vegetation. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. That's the word for it. It's perfection. Next fragrance is a bit of an exception to this video because this fragrance is not maybe my personal perfect fragrance, but I think for a lot of people it will be. And just because I'm a bit more partial to some of the other fragrances in the Allure Homme Sport line, line. But I think overall, this fragrance, Allure Homme Sport Super Leggera, the newest addition to the line, this will be a perfect fragrance for majority of men, just because it's got this nice manly woody scent that is found in many manly fragrances, but the opening is addictive. The opening, I adore. This is perfection. It's just grapefruit, mandarin. It's got this Allure Homme Sport opening. Then it settles into this really woodsy, musky patchouli and a bit of amber, but overall this smells extremely masculine. This is like a good blue designer fragrance for men. It lasts long. It smells extremely, as I've said, masculine, and it's a no-brainer fragrance. I bet if you got this as a present, you'd be perfectly happy with it. This is this sort of fragrance. I would actually purchase it and give it as a gift as well. This is a safe, crowd-pleasing fragrance. It's not my personal favorite Allure line, just because I like Allure Homme Sport Extreme much more, but that creaminess is not for everybody. That's why I've put this one on the list, because I think overall perfection, this would be for most of you guys. But let me know in the comments if you prefer this one or the Allure Homme Sport or Extreme, for example. Next up, we've got my personal favorite fragrance for men. This is absolute dream of a fragrance. I smell it and I'm in heaven, literally. This is that impression, and it's Amoureuse Homme. This one or the Extra, they're both super amazing. The Extra will give you even more projection and absolutely insane longevity. This is loud fragrance, and to me this is a signature worthy fragrance. I would encourage you to check out this one, because truly, I don't know why this isn't more popular. I think I would be in heaven if everybody smelled like this and it was their signature scent. But truly, if you are a fragrance lover, you want something really interesting, masculine, but with a twist, this is iris. It's got a bit of white chocolate in here. This has got amoureuse in here, bit of iris, bit of coconut. It also has got this white chocolatiness to it, saffron, cinnamon, and overall you're hearing gourmand notes, sweeter notes, but I promise you it's quite fresh when you actually smell it. It's almost like shower fresh at the beginning, and then you get all these notes that are warming but are never heavy. This is just perfection because it stays in this fresh sphere, but it has got that a bit of sweetness that we women love in a manly fragrance. And again, strength, longevity, insane. It's so good that we've got 2 versions of this fragrance, and I asked my husband to wear it, and literally we've got a few sprays of each and then we're done. We have to get like a huge bottle of this because I can't imagine not recommending this to you, and I hope it never gets discontinued. This is how much I love this. Next fragrance, and you might see in this list that most of these are actually fresh fragrances, although I think in my head I like heavier fragrances on guys. I must say that I notice the fresh ones the most, usually just in majority, and this is one that is also fresh and incredibly clean smelling, Prada Homme L'Eau. This scent does smell like a very well dressed guy going to his office job. This is minty, fresh. I like the L'Eau variation because it's even fresher, but it still smells laundry clean, but not in like this boring way. This is not, for example, there was a fragrance like Clean Reserve, something cotton that just smelled just a bit too like a cleaning product or laundry product. This is not that. This smells high-end luxury Prada store. You come in and everything is just crisp white shirts and just black loafers. This is absolute perfection. This smells like a white collar guy, just everyday but perfection. You don't need anything more. You will smell super professional, and the smell is super attractive. You can spray tons of it on and never be too much, like for example Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. I always tell you that one, you can really go wrong if you overspray that one, whereas with this one, again, perfect. You can't overspray it because it's got this nice powderiness. Next up, we've got Molten Brown scent. We've got Coastal Cypress and Sea Fennel. I don't see Molten Brown fragrances talked about again enough, but last time I mentioned it, one of you guys commented and said, oh my gosh, I can't believe you finally talked about Molten Brown, because I've been saying it forever that I love their fragrances. And yes, they're on my radar now, especially with this one. My husband took it on holiday, on a work/holiday trip, and man, this smells really good in the air, especially when you're somewhere a bit coastal with that nature. It does have that cypress smell. It's so real, green and like spiky. You've got the saltiness of the sea breeze. You've got intensity of the resinous inside of the tree of the cypress. That's how I'm smelling it, and it's very like black pepper spicy. Oh my gosh, it's so natural smelling, but not in a weak way, because sometimes there's natural fragrances that just smell weak. This is so strong and green and powerful. It truly smells like a high-end, like a Hermès exceptional collection fragrance. It's that good. And the bottle is really cool as well. So if you want something a bit different, something unique, perfect for a bit warmer weather, this is really good, and I think most of you will absolutely love it. Next up, we've got a scent that I've got a bit of a nostalgic feel to it, a bit of a soft spot, and it is Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme, the classic 1994 fragrance. I was born in 1994, so maybe that is also part of the reason why I love this fragrance so much. But actually, a lot of really good designer fragrances were released in 1994, so I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a sign that I should be making fragrance videos, but this fragrance is an absolute perfection. It's a tobacco, really intriguing, sexy, seductive scent. It smells like a date. It smells classic, but it will never be old smelling, if that makes sense, because some fragrances have got that vintage smell. This doesn't. It's a fragrance that is just class. It's perfection. My husband wore it when we met. It was his signature scent. He's gone through a lot of bottles of this, and again, we have to get a bottle because there's literally like 2 sprays left in here. This scent will make her fall in love with you. It's just a scent, again, I want to cuddle you when you smell like this. It's just got an incredible scent to it. If you want to smell good to women, grab yourself Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. And I like that it's not that popular either. It's not like the most popular fragrance ever, so you won't smell like every other guy. Next up, we've got Un Son Suave from Matière Première, the Eau de Parfum version. I do prefer it from the Extrait they just released. This scent, it is incense, but made battery, ambery, smoky, smooth. It is heaven. Literally, it is that good. You won't be able to stop wearing this once you wear this. And this, to me, like, I would run after a guy that smelled like this, and I would have to know what he smelled like. This is that sort of a fragrance. It's really loud, so you'll get like a cozy, really loud scent bubble around you when you wear it. It smells even better on the skin when it dries down. Yeah, you'll be like this when you are wearing this. And the bottle also, I love the simplicity of it, but the ingredients, the projection, the smell, this is just perfection, especially for winter. If you live somewhere where it's snowing, I smelled it first when I was in Helsinki. Even better. This is a fragrance that was made for that sort of a weather. Really cold, Canadian, Nordic winter. This is what this fragrance was made for. Next up, we've got a fragrance that is again perfection. And it is my beloved Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. This fragrance, every time Mathieu wears this, I love it. I notice it. It's just a scent that pierces through the air, and you will just be smelled and you'll get compliments for your fragrance. The bottle, the magnetic cap, the whole marketing campaign, like everything is perfection, longevity, just the way that this fragrance is received by people. I sometimes forget how people just go crazy for it, but then I hear about it again and I'm like, yeah, this fragrance is that good. This is the fragrance that I literally spray on myself because sometimes I just want to be around it. That's why I'm obsessed with it. But it is a super masculine scent. Like, I wouldn't wear it myself because it's so masculine, but I just want it so bad, like in my space. Sometimes if my husband is not wearing it, I'll spray it. This is how good it is. It's citrusy, it's super woody, it's smoky with the woods in here, but overall this is just masculinity, perfection, everyday perfect fragrance that you can wear for years and years to come and never get bored of it. Let me know, what is your perfect fragrance? Have you found it yet? If you have, let me know what it is in the comments. I'll link all of these in the description box for you, and I'll see you in the next one.